Okay, so winter in Connecticut. What is winter here really like? Is it bad enough where somebody would forego all the other benefits of Connecticut? So what does it look like? So in Connecticut, when it snows, it looks like a postcard. It is beautiful, gorgeous. I just love the way it looks. Everything is clean, the snow stays white. It's just very idyllic. First, we have to look and see how long is winter. So according to the state's website, the Connecticut state website, winter could be anywhere from November through April. So we're seeing it being a little bit warmer, and I'm pretty sure if you're in a southern state, you're probably seeing colder weather when there never was any before. So that kind of is a game changer for a lot of people because it's not as cold up here, but it's actually getting cold down there. So in general, you could expect from January, February, and March to need to wear a coat. Some people do not. I am a coat person. You could expect to need a hat and a scarf. If you're sending your kids out, the Weather Channel person will even have just a hat or a scarf or gloves. Most of the time, because of the way our state is set up, unless you have an outdoor job, you're pretty much going to be going from your doorway, driveway, in your car, and then you're just going to go right on over to your job and then get in and out. There's not a lot of walking if you don't want to in the winter, but I do have to say that we are a year-round state for activities. So how much snow are we gonna get? So that really all depends on where you are in the state. If you are in the lower part of the state, then you are gonna have way less snow. And if you're in the top part of the state or closer over to Massachusetts, you are going to have a lot of snow. Now, mind you, if you're picking that area, it's probably because you like snow. But if you want to avoid the snow, it's pretty easy. You can live in the bottom part of Fairfield County, very close to New York, very close to the shoreline, and you're just gonna have a lot less snow. One of the laws that we have in Connecticut is if it does snow and it does accumulate, there are two things you need to know. One, if you have a sidewalk in front of your home where people pass, you have 24 hours from the last snowflake fall to clear your path. So you're responsible for right in front of your home. We do, however, have a lot of sections of Connecticut where you don't have a sidewalk there, so that really would not be an issue for you. The other thing you need to know is if it does snow, you need to take the snow off the top of your car. Like blowing snow is very dangerous on the highway. You can actually get a ticket here. I don't know why people don't do it. It's just really distracting. I guess the people who don't clear the top of their car has never had snow blow onto their windshield and all of a sudden they're randomly blind. But you are supposed to clear all of the snow accumulation off the top of your car before you drive on the street or the highway here. When you're moving to the state, the agents here, we know which streets are plowed by the state, which streets are plowed by the city or town. Okay, so the state streets are going to be plowed pretty quick. Those are usually the main roads. There is a pattern and a method to the way that they are plowing and doing things in the street. You are in a townhouse or condo, you don't need to be concerned about the plowing and the moving. They're going to do all of that. They're going to put the salt out. They're going to do all that for you. That's the benefit of living in a townhouse condo. If you're in a single family home, you either can take care of it yourself or there are plenty of services around for you to hire people who will do the snow removal for you. They keep their eye on the weather and it's a pretty reasonable cost because if it is a year that snows often, that can happen. It's snowing enough where, we know it's the winter and you can enjoy it, but it's not snowing where it's really disrupting lives. Now, after the pandemic and everybody's technology is updated, the children usually just either will have a delayed opening and they will send you that message at 5:40 or 6 a.m. through your cell phone and they will call you. So during the winter months or the bad weather, because they will alert you. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll have school be delayed an hour. If it's really bad, 2 hours. They need to make sure that it'll be safe on the way there and then on the way back. Okay, so home maintenance. If you have a flat roof, you're gonna have snow land on it, which is why we like those pitched roofs because you're gonna have your snow fall off, right? Black ice does happen. I would have to say, winter in Connecticut, I'm more concerned about the ice more than the snow. Black ice to me is more of a concern than the snow. I can see the snow. With the black ice, it's gonna just look like the ground is shiny. And so if you drive a lot like I do, you are gonna know certain areas. There's just if it pools water there in the spring, then that's the black ice area in the winter because that's where all that stuff is gonna accumulate. We rarely though have very cold days. So I had this weird situation a couple of weeks ago where it got really cold. I mean like cold to me. Like if it's cold going from the driveway to the car and I'm like, oh my God, it's cold. I feel like that's cold because I just got out of the car with the heated seats in the airport. Yeah, it's not that. I was like, okay, I know what to do. I have my whole system. So I fill up the car, but only halfway, which was not the system I had figured out. I filled the car up halfway and I went about and I'm driving, heat on, whatever have you. And it was really cold. And then it was really cold again. And then on the third day, it was still really cold. Now, mind you, I drive a lot, because I help people relocate all over the state. So I'm in Fairfield County, Hartford County, New Haven County. I'm always out there, right? I miscalculated. And my gas tank was like glazed over. Now, I've already messed up one vehicle, prying open the gas tank. And I'm like, all right, the car is on E. What am I going to do? And it had glazed over. It was like it snowed and then it froze overnight. So everybody's car was like all icy and glazed like Emma Frost from X-Men. It was just, right? Cloth, like, you know how you have the dishcloth near the sink? And I boiled water and I soaked it a little bit. And then I just went outside and I like gently rubbed where the gas tank was. Gently until it melted the glaze away. And then as soon as I got my gas tank open, I went to the gas station and filled the car all the way up. My husband hates this. I always do half. It drives him crazy. I never fill it up all the way. It drives him insane. For me, for some reason, I just feel like half is enough. So anyways, I realized like, why did this happen? And I'm like, oh, because it doesn't usually get that cold. It'll be cold for like 1 to 2 days. And then after that, it goes from extreme cold to me to regular cold. And this was one of the first times where it didn't do that. And I was unprepared. So at the end of the day, I would have to say that location matters. If you are looking to move to the state, my information is here. And my job is to help figure out the location that would work for you. You may not want to deal with any snow. You may be totally like, I want to get back into the snow. And that is the great thing about the state. We have something for everybody. And so if you reach out to me when you are ready to relocate and move here, when you're ready to buy, I will be able to help you figure out which part of the state makes sense based